Welcome to the Media Center today, my friends. The book that we're going to read together today is called The Invisible Boy by Trudy Ludwig and illustrated by Patrice Barton. Can you see Brian, the invisible boy? Even Miss Carlotti has trouble noticing him in her classroom. She's too busy dealing with Nathan and Sophie. Nathan has problems with what Miss Carlotti calls volume control. He uses his outside voice inside too much. Sophie whines and complains when she doesn't get her way. Nathan and Sophie take up a lot of space. Brian doesn't. When the bell rings for recess, Micah and JT take turns choosing kids for their kickball teams. The best players get picked first. Then the best friends of the best players. Then the friends of the best friends. Only Brian is left, still waiting and hoping. JT glances in Brian's direction and just as quickly looks away. "We've got enough players for each team," he tells the others. "Let's play ball." In the cafeteria, Madison and her friends talk about her birthday party. "The rope swing over the pool was awesome," says JT. "Yeah, so was the water slide," adds Fiona. "That was the best pool party ever." "I'm so glad you guys had fun," says Madison. Everyone did except Brian. He wasn't invited. At choosing time, while the other kids play board games and read, Brian sits at his table, doing what he loves to do best. He draws fire-breathing dragons scaling tall buildings. Greedy pirates digging for treasure. Space aliens locked in intergalactic battles. And superheroes with the power to make friends wherever they go. On Monday morning, Miss Carlotti introduces Justin, a new student, to the class. Brian smiles shyly at him. Some of the other kids sneak looks at Justin, trying to figure out if he's cool enough to be their friend. They haven't quite made up their minds yet. At lunch, Madison and JT watch Justin eat with chopsticks. "What's that?" asks Madison as she points at Justin's food. "It's bulgogi." What? Bulgogi. It's Korean barbecued beef. My grandma made it for me. It's really good. Do you want to try some? "There's no way I'd eat bulgogi." And the kids laugh. All of them, that is. Except Brian. He sits there wondering which is worse, being laughed at or feeling invisible. The next day, when Justin goes to his cubby to put away his backpack, he notices a piece of paper with his name on it. "Justin, I thought the bulgogi looked good. Brian. Yum. At morning recess, Brian finds a piece of chalk on the ground and starts drawing away. You're Brian, right? Yeah. Thanks for the note. Hey, Justin! Emilio calls out from the tetherball court. You're up next. Sorry, I gotta go, says Justin. By the way, that's a really cool drawing, he adds before taking off. Back in class, Miss Carlotti asks the kids to team up in 2s or 3s for a special project. The kids scurry around the room to pair off. Brian heads towards Justin. I'm already with Justin, says Emilio. Find someone else. Brian looks at the floor, wishing he could draw a hole right there to swallow him up. Miss Carlotti said we can have up to 3 in our group. We're only 2. Come on, Emilio. Let him work with us. Okay, I guess. Miss Carlotti gives the class directions for the project. Your assignment is to work together to write a story about what you see in that photograph. Use your imagination and have fun. Whoa, cool, says Emilio. What kind of people do you think would live in houses like that? I don't know, but I bet Brian could draw them to go with our story, says Justin. Brian smiles as he takes out his lucky pen. The crooked story we made up on the spot. It's lunchtime again, Brian's least favorite part of the day. Another 20 long minutes of kids talking and laughing with everyone else but him. Brian! He hears someone shout. Hey, Brian, over here. Brian turns and sees Justin waving him over. Emilio nods at Brian as he makes room for him at the table. Cookie? Thanks. Maybe, just maybe, Brian's not so invisible after all. Now, my friends, we will draw a picture about the story. For this picture, I'm going to use my favorite app on the iPad for drawing. It is Liquid Sketch app. Liquid Sketch is a super cool app that lets you draw stuff using like paintbrush colors, and it's a lot of fun to use. Now, in the story, there was a lot of stuff happening, and Brian was pretty invisible throughout much of the story. People didn't really pay attention to him. He didn't feel like people even noticed him. But as the story went on, Brian was able to make some friends, and he started to feel less invisible, and the story had a happy ending, because in the end Brian had some friends and he was feeling much better about himself. Remember to try to include people when you are playing games and having fun, because you don't really want to have anyone feeling left out like poor Brian in our story. Now, once I'm done with the image, I will take a screenshot and then I will edit the image a little bit and then publish. Now, I'm pretty much finished with my drawing, so I do want to take a screenshot. To do that, I'm going to hold down the home button and the sleep button at the same time and press them, boom, just like that. Now, I do want to edit the image, so I am going to find it and touch the edit button, and I'm going to crop my image to crop means to cut away the bits you don't want. So let me cut away all the parts of this image that I don't want to keep. I'm going to adjust some of the settings for the image just to make it look exactly how I want it to look. But when I'm done, I'm going to press done. Now let's go to the internet to publish. Let's click on the rocket ship and put in the secret password 1000. Now we are on the remote learning website. Let me touch the arrow coming out of the box up here to open up the wall nice and big. I'm going to touch the plus sign and find the arrow pointing up, touch it one time, pick the file from the photo library, here it is, press done. Now my image is uploaded. I do want to touch the letter T for title and include my name, and I'm going to do a little bit of writing about my image. And once you are done with your writing, don't forget to get rid of your keyboard and touch the background so that your work sticks to the wall. I'm going to go back to the remote learning tab and scroll down to find my work. Here it is. My friends, I hope you liked the story today, and I hope you liked the drawing. Can't wait to see what you publish, and I will see you next time.